It's a beautiful morning here out in the northeast of Victoria, and I'm out doing a little bit of testing with a prototype gold pan, but that's not what I've got you here for today. For quite a while now, I've been working on my side businesses, trying to move more away from social media. Not that I want to stop social media, I love making videos, I love making content, sharing these adventures. But put simply, social media is a really fickle game. When it pays well, it pays really well. When it pays badly, it pays really badly. And you've left your future in the hands of corporations that you have no way of contacting. There's no recourse if anything goes wrong. Which is exactly what I found out just about a week ago, where Facebook completely demonetized my channel because I used a Reels making tool that they provide. I wanted to showcase a gold claw pan. I made a little reel on it. I was real happy with it. And I thought, you know, for the first time, I'm going to use the tools provided by Facebook to make that reel instead of using my own video editor that I pay for. And they recommended using some music off the Facebook website, so I utilized the music that they recommended, and then I copped a monetization strike, and it affected the entire channel. So I went from being able to make a living on Facebook, because I'm getting 300,000 views a day, to making $0. Overnight, I lost 50% of my income, and there was no recourse for it. I can't contact anyone, there's nothing I could do about it, it's done. Luckily for me, I've been working on my side project, the Old Mouldies, where I'm making my own jewellery, I've been teaching myself those skills, and I started my paydirt company up again, and so on and so forth. And this gives me a little bit of consistent income, which is something I haven't had in over 8 years. I don't know if I'm going to get paid $500 in a month or $4,000 in a month with social media. You have no idea. There's no way of knowing. But this has given me a fantastic opportunity, because what I'm going to be doing today is I'm purchasing an ounce of gold off a local prospector that's going to go into a special kind of pay dirt, something that I want to do to give back to the community. It's been several years, but I'm going to bring back Big Box of Pay Dirt. Now, Big Box of Pay Dirt was born with the idea of helping PTSD service dogs get their training. And the gold that I'm buying today is going to go into a new run of Big Box of Pay Dirt. It's always hard doing this one-handed. Oh yeah, we got gold. That was a good start. I'll take that as a win. Big Box of Pay Dirt is a super simple idea. All I'm doing is taking a portion of the profits that I make off every single sale, and I'm donating them directly to organizations that train service dogs for veterans. And this round I'm thinking of doing a donation for both an Australian organization as well as a US-based organization. Anyway, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you when I have a bunch of gold. A lot has happened. I've purchased the gold. I got as much footage as I felt comfortable in doing, and we've been to why I love this shop, because I need containers of the pay dirt. And I'll be honest, there is literally nothing better than a old .17 air rifle pellet container. It's now full of gold. I only bought an ounce because, like, he had 4 ounces there, but you know, I'm not that rich. I can't buy that much at once. I'm working on it. Now that I'm home, I got a heap of work I've got to get done. Hello, Fernie. Modest. Real modest. Oh yes, gorgeous, I know. Fern is a massive reason that I am considering doing Big Box of Pay Dirt again. See, Big Box of Pay Dirt was originally created with my boy Grizzly, who was no service dog. He was just an extra special good boy. And then I got Fern. And Fern is a service dog. Not only does she have this amazing jacket, this is one of the most valuable things I own, but you also have more permits and licenses than most people. I'm not even joking, she holds a license that is very hard to get. I've been lucky enough to be able to get a service dog. It's something that took me over half a decade to get. And I now know several people who have one, including 2 very close friends. And all I can say is it's made a massive, unbelievable difference to my life and the people I know who have service dogs. And it's a little way for me to give back. On average, it takes about $20,000 to train a single service dog, and that was a few years ago, so with inflation that's probably gone up. Now, I've done fundraisers in the past to get money for service dogs, but I want to tie this into my business so that there's a permanent income stream for a couple of these organizations. It's through the sales of things like my paydirt, my gemstone paydirt, some of the jewellery that I've been making that I'm now able to then pay it forward because I've got a little bit of a consistent income finally for the first time in 8 years. Obviously I've got a little bit of stuff to do to get this up and running, but for every packet of big box paydirt that I sell, I'm going to be donating $5 to 2 different organizations, one in Australia, one in America, that train service dogs for veterans. Now I have to turn this entire pile of crap into a productive paydirt manufacturing system. I'm thinking we're going to make up a custom logo for the square ones and do the big box paydirts in these. And this time around, I would really like to add some more products to the shop that aren't just 1 gram paydirts. 1 gram paydirts are quite expensive. I would like to offer some easier paydirt to do at a lower price point. So let's have a feel. I feel like I'm delivering mini pizzas. I could get the door. And just like that, we have a brand new logo. It takes 4 minutes to box, so I've got an hour of work ahead of me. I've decided to make the big box of paydirt. It's a 1/2 gram guaranteed. A 1/2 gram is a really fun panning experience. I'm not going to mix it with too much black sand. I want this to be enjoyable. In here I have a bunch of crystals from the crystal mines that I have been working. There are a lot of quartz points like this, then we've got smoky quartz, and we've even got some crystal beds. So I want to add a couple of these to the paydirts because I want to make them fun and enjoyable. And we absolutely want to put in some bigger points. These haven't been cleaned at all. Some of these are actually quite good. It's hard to tell under that dirt, so we're just going to grab a couple of these nicer points. And then I'd like to add some beds. I think the beds are just a nice little geological sample, something a little bit different that most people don't get to own or see in their life. And I dug all these up myself, right? And it's nice to be able to kind of gift a person something like this in a way. And now for everyone's nightmare, this is Reedy Creek tin. Reedy Creek tin is extremely hard to separate away from gold. I don't want to make it like my 1 gram paydirts where I would fill this entire container up, because you could spend literally a couple of days panning one of these down to recover all the gold. I want to make this an enjoyable paydirt, so we're only going to put a little in there. That's probably enough. And lastly, we've got the gold. This gold all comes from Reedy Creek. I bought it from a local prospector. There was a time when all of my paydirt contained 100% my gold. Now it's a percentage thereof. I just simply cannot keep up with the demand, and it's not a good business model. So now I'm supporting local prospectors by purchasing their gold at spot price. A lot of companies don't pay spot price. They will take a large percentage off, usually 15, if not 20% off the top of spot price before they even do purity tests. I'd much rather pay a prospector who's worked hard for his gold as close as I can to spot price, less usually just about 4%, which allows for any margin of error when it comes to the gold not being clean. If the gold is completely clean, I will pay spot price. This gold has a little bit of dirt in it, so I ended up paying just under spot price at about a 4% discount. This is a 1/2 gram guaranteed, so we're going to tap out a 1/2 gram. There we go. Then we take our tiny little gold band and we add it to our cons. The rest of this will simply be filled up with gravel. That looks something like that, which is where your bonus gold, your bonus gemstones and whatnot will come from, because that's actual concentrates from my high banker. As I said, the gold that I add to it now makes up a percentage of the gold. The rest of the gold is through stuff that I buy locally. In the description below, you're going to find a link to a couple of things. My new Facebook page to help me get around the monetization issues, as well as links to the service dog organizations that I'm going to be helping with this paydirt.